Welcome to the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge of 2024. Today we are going to be making some wax seals. And the first step, trying to make fire. Why is it not fire? Woo! Fire! You can get these wax seal kits on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, $10 to $20, depending on how many wax seals you want to come with it and how many stamps. With this one, obviously you just put the tea light candle underneath. And what I found while I was doing this is a fresh tea light candle means faster wax melting. That is so important if you only have one set. I'm trying to decide how many wax seals would be good for the perfect looking wax seal, and I'm thinking one. We're gonna start with one and we're gonna see where it goes. I did look online after this and it said to use 3, but we're gonna start with one. I don't wanna waste it because I'm doing this with Dawn's set from Scrapbook Sage, and we are trying to make a bunch of seals just to have on hand for all the journals that we'll be making this year. And I'm going to be in India, so I'm taking some with me, and they have these sets in India with different kinds of seals. I'm still trying to find one with like the perfect elephant on it. But for this, we are going with one, and now that it's melted, I can see that there's no way this is going to be enough for a wax seal. So I'm gonna go with the advice from online and add 2 more. Takes about 2 to 3 minutes to melt with the brand new candle. The lower the candle gets, the longer it takes. But once it's hot and you have a little wax melted in there, I notice you can just throw them in and they melt faster. So I have 3 in here. I'm going to pour out what I think is 2 and then 1 and see how it works out. And I do notice that every time I pour them out, about half of one of those wax pucks, those little wax things, get stuck in my wax melter there. And so definitely I would say you need 3.5 to get a good wax seal. So here's 2. And you want to push it down, but not too hard, because the thinner it gets, the easier it is to rip or to get stuck. This is 1 and definitely not enough, obviously. So I push it down. I just let the weight of the seal and a little bit of muscle. And so that was pretty good in definition, but it didn't get that traditional seal look around all the edges. So we're gonna set these aside and I'll show you what it looks like later for 1 puck, 2 puck, 3 pucks, 3.5, like that. And then you can see what you like. Kits like this come with a matte color and then a pearl color of that same one. So you can see like there's a matte purple and then a pearled purple, or a matte white and then a pearled white. I'm gonna try to mix what's left in this with this turquoise. I'm gonna mix 3 pearled golds and see if I can get a marbled effect. And I noticed when you just do pearl, I did just a pearl white and you can't see the definition. But when I added a matte white, you could see the definition really clearly. And here my marble effect turned out, and I'm gonna try to pour it out so that the marble it won't mix all the way. But if you stir this, later I'll stir some of these and show you what that looks like. So first I'll make them pearled, and then we can actually remelt them and we can see what they look like mixed. Not pearled, I meant I'm making it marbled. I'm trying to get it all out of this, but it's cooling, so it's getting stuck on the edges. If you heat it up, then you can get a couple more drops out of there. But if you really don't want any of, you really want a new color with no mixing at all, then you have to just wipe it out. This is a 3D printed handle with, I think, a laser cut silicone mat, and so definitely the silicone stuck a lot more compared to the metal ones, so I recommend the metal ones. They give more definition, but this marbling came out so beautiful, and you can see the mountains and you can see the sky, and it didn't come out all the way on the bottom, the seal part, so we can remelt this later and make a new one. Now we're gonna try 4 pucks and see if we can get that perfect edge that we want. And it already had some of that turquoise still in there as well. I can already tell that this is way too much. So if 3 is not enough and 4 is too much, that's right. We have to have 3.5. And I have no idea where to put this because it's such a big puddle trying to get in the center while it moves. But it looks like we got on the edge. But if you like this big bubbly style, then go for 4. Otherwise, these pucks are really easy to cut. You can cut it with scissors and I ended up adding some different colors together to make a really crimson red. So here we have the different sizes, and let me put the pucks in front of it so you can see which ones were the best. And the golden color, I don't think it was that the 4 pucks made that golden color so intricate in the design. I think it was just the color, because every time I did gold, I noticed that you could see the design really well compared to the other colors. So also mixing the shiny ones, like 3 shinies with one that is matte, also helps. The iridescent mixing with the matte, that seems to help with the colors as well. So now you can see 4, 3, 2, 1 and what comes from them, and then you can see the marbling that's done in there, and anything with a tiny intricate pattern doesn't seem to be as noticeable. You have to really look hard at that. And I'm going to be remelting these and then adding enough to them to get that full, really authentic looking seal with all the edging. And also, because this is marble, and I know that I know Dawn loves the plain colors. She doesn't prefer the marble. I love wacky looking things, and so I'm gonna just go ahead and stir this up. And you can use the end of a matchstick, or you can use like a skewer or toothpick, and you get these beautiful colors. So these are all 3.5 for these greens, and 3 for the silvers that I mixed. Those are for my steampunk, and the golds turned out so good. I tried to mix all these colors. The white is 3 whites with 1 marble white, because I tried to do the iridescent one. It just didn't come out as well. And then the reds are a tiny piece of turquoise with a tiny piece of silver, and then 3 reds to get that deep color. And here's my mess afterwards. Definitely use a tin foil. And go to all of my friends here for the 12 by 12 challenge. All the links are below, and subscribe to them. They have so many amazing cool ideas, and we'll be doing this all 2024. So thank you so much, and you can subscribe to our channel. Definitely check out my friends though, they're amazing.